Well, now to the fentanyl epidemic that's plaguing both our country and our state. Lawmakers down in Salem have proposed a bill that would bring fentanyl education to the classroom. Let's bring in Mike Benner now. Mike, where in the legislative process is this bill?
Yeah, we're in the early stages, Brittany. The bill was just introduced. In fact, the first public hearing is scheduled for early next week. Then it has to get out of both the Senate and the House and pass the governor's desk before becoming law. So still a long ways to go. But clearly, there are lawmakers in Oregon who believe fentanyl education is a must, and they are not alone.
Oregon is by no means immune to our country's fentanyl epidemic. This video from late February shows Portland police officers chasing down a suspected fentanyl dealer, who upon his capture told authorities he was selling powdered fentanyl in pills laced with fentanyl because it paid more than his previous job as a roofer. It's an explanation that does not sit well with Jennifer Epstein.
That's crazy.
Epstein is all too familiar with the dangers of fentanyl. Back in December 2020, her son Cal, at just 18 years old, overdosed on fentanyl and died.
We have evidence on his phone that he reached out to a dealer on social media, on Snapchat. We know also that he did not expect to get fentanyl.
Count that among the many reasons why Epstein and her husband are working with Oregon state legislators on Senate Bill 238. The bill calls for age-appropriate fentanyl curriculum to be added to existing drug and alcohol classes in Oregon middle and high schools. The bill also aims to educate youth on the laws that provide immunity to people who report fentanyl use or seek help for themselves or others.
I believe this will save lives. I believe that kids need to hear this message from every angle. They need to hear it from their parents. They need to hear it from their doctors, from schools, on social media. There is different kids will listen to different sources.
The introduction of Senate Bill 238 comes at a critical time. Just last month, a Franklin high schooler died of a suspected fentanyl overdose. 2 McDaniel High School students died in the same fashion in March of last year. And it wasn't any better in 2021. That year in Oregon, more than 60 people under the age of 24 died from fentanyl, a synthetic opioid 100 times stronger than morphine.
The street drug scene is much more dangerous than ever before, and the kids aren't aware of this. And they don't understand, actually many parents don't understand the danger of fentanyl and how it is deceptively being put into pills and powders.
Epstein believes educating our youth would go a long way in the fentanyl fight.
We feel like if we can alert them of the deception and the potency of how dangerous fentanyl is, they will be armed to make better choices.
All right, State Senator Chris Gorsuch out of the Gresham and Troutdale area is one of the chief sponsors of this bill. He could not speak with us today, but passed along a statement saying that as a parent and former police officer, he knows the importance of equipping kids with tools to avoid fentanyl, and he hopes this curbs the rise in youth drug overdoses. Ashley?
Yeah, Mike, thank you.